Hi everyone. So my name is Sherry Simmons and I am the owner of From Pain to Purpose LLC. I'm an author, a speaker, and I'm a purpose coach. And I'm here to talk to you about a misconception people believe about failing. So people believe, you may hear people say, failing is not an option, that failure is not part of the success process. I respectfully disagree. I feel that we must fail in order to become successful. How can we know what is right or wrong for us in general, but mainly if you're doing like a business or you're writing a book? Like, how can we know if we like something or if something's right for our business if we don't fail at it? So, for example, I never thought that I would be the cupcake mom. My first attempt at baking a cake was a big epic fail. I guess I put too much milk or too much of something, and the cake, when I tried to take it out of the pan, it just crumbled and was all watery. It was epic fail. So my kids were like, "Oh, mom, we don't want that." Of course, it wasn't edible. So they wanted me to try cupcakes, and in my head, I'm like, cupcakes is the same thing as cake. It's just a different um, pan. So I tried again, and it was just like, now I burnt the stuff, the cupcakes. So it was just like, okay, when you fail at something, that's you have the opportunity to figure out what are you doing wrong, number one, and whether you like it or not. So of course, I as a mom like making my children happy, and they love cupcakes. I love them too. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take another attempt at this. What is it that I'm doing wrong? So I went and I asked someone, how do you make cupcakes? And they were just happening to be making cupcakes that day. And I asked, can I watch? So I watched, and it was like, oh, now I realize what I'm doing wrong. I should be using a measuring cup to measure the milk and measure out the ingredients instead of just pouring, because I realized that I do have a heavy hand. So I was like, so that's the key to making perfect cupcakes or perfect cakes. So back to the drawing board, and once I realized that I implemented that into my cupcake making, it was like, the kids love the cupcakes, and now I'm cupcake mom. Every time there's an event, birthday party, whatever, I'm asked to make cupcakes. And then, the same thing goes for cornbread. I was devastated because I couldn't make the cake. I love cornbread. So now I can make cornbread cake, all these things. Not these fancy cakes, but just like the box cake. Yeah. We're not getting into all that extra stuff. So my point in saying this was that we have to fail at things in order to realize what's wrong and how we can fix it. So if you fail at something, it's one or two things. You just don't like it, you're not into it, you're not passionate about it, then that's perfectly fine. Failing comes when you don't even try. There are tons of people, you may be one of them, or people that they say that they want to try something. I'm not good at that. I can't do that. But they never attempted to try it. That's failing. How can you say what you're good at? How can you say you don't like something? How can you say any of that if you haven't even tried it? So you're not failing when you try something. At least you tried and you realize, I don't like that. That's not for me. Everything is not for everybody. Um, for example, I like having nice hair. You see my hair right now. Um, but don't ask me to make a wig. That I actually did attempt to make one. Epic fail again. Absolutely not. So we're not all good at everything. You're not gonna be good at everything, and that's perfectly fine. But when you try something and fail, now you know if it's something that you're really passionate about. I need to figure out what's wrong. So that's when you go to other people, or you go to school, or you just keep trying over and over through trial and error. Some stuff is trial and error in life. Some stuff you're only going to figure it out by doing it. Everything is not going to be in a book. everything is not going to be just out there for you to Google. Some stuff in life, we just have to go through it to understand and know it. So the misconception that people have is that if you quit something, you're a failure. No, I quit stuff all the time. I quit things that are too time consuming for me to learn. I have a million and one things to do. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm this, I'm that. I don't have time to learn Photoshop. So I'm going to try to play around with it. If I can't get it within the first 20 minutes, I'm just not. So yes, I'm going to outsource. That's not a failure because I don't want to deal with Photoshop. Um, it's called being smart and wise with your time. There's people that know Photoshop and they could do whatever it is that I need to do instead of me wasting all this time fooling around with it. So quitting is not failing. Some people you just realize this is not for me. I don't like this. So I always say stop doing things that you don't like. Stop doing things that you hate. If you absolutely hate something, I understand that we need to work at jobs that we don't like to make money to survive. I'm not saying don't do stuff that you don't like to survive. If it's something that you need to do to survive and you hate it, I get it. But if it's just not benefiting you no way, you're not getting no money for it, you're not getting crap out of it, then it's okay to quit that. Don't let people trick you or fool you into thinking that you're a quitter when the same person that you're talking to probably is not even going to try it themselves, or they probably did it and fail too, and don't want to be the only and want you to continue to fail because they know you're going to fail there too. Everybody is not with you. Everybody cannot go with you in your success journey. There are some people in your life that are just they want you to fail. Some people will set you up to fail, and that's just the way it is. And you need to know who you're talking to and know the difference between people that are here for your success to help you grow and elevate, and those who are here that are there for your success to make you fall. So another misconception about failure is that failure is not an option. We don't like failing at things, but failing is part of the success process. If you look at all the successful people in life, Oprah Winfrey, she wasn't always very successful in the very beginning of her career, but she kept on going and going, and now look at her now. Tyler Perry, we know the story that he was sleeping in his car, his first play he spent all his money for, and it didn't do as well. And look at the man now. So we cannot always compare our stories with everybody else's. We cannot listen to everybody else. So failing is part of the success story. We have to fail in order to be successful. It is those moments and failures that we learn lessons. It is those moments and failing that we learn what we like, what we don't like, who we could trust. We have to fail to succeed. There is no other way that you can learn. Use every opportunity that you fail as a learning lesson. It is okay. We all fail at something. We all fail the test, and it is okay. Actually, I seem to believe that failing a test does not mean that you don't know or you're not smart enough. Some of us do suffer from test anxiety. I know I do. I could know everything in the world about the subject that you're asking me, but you put it on a paper and put a time limit on me. I get anxiety about it. That doesn't mean that you're not smart because you did not pass a test. So these are all the misconceptions that I have about failing. And I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait to meet all of you at this Vision Board Sleepover Party, which is going to be my first time attending a Vision Board Sleepover Party. So thank you everyone for listening, and I'm super excited to be attending the event. Bye!